Hello friends, feeling bored? Let's play a game. Let's take a test. A test where you will give marks. You just have to give marks. So let's start and play that game. Hello friends, welcome back. This is Dr. Rohit from Rohit Productions and Indian Students Academy welcoming you. So this test is regarding a career type test, which is a personality test. It has got 47 questions in all. I'll read the questions. You just have to give marks. So if you strongly agree with it, 5 marks. If you like it, 4 marks. If you're neutral, it doesn't make any difference whether you like it or not. Just give 3 marks, and whether you dislike it, just give 2 marks. And you strongly dislike it, I do not like the question, just give 1 mark. Or I do not like the topic, what is been asked, just give 1 mark. So let's and then calculate those marks and let me know. This test is conducted for like your career options, for students who want to know what career is suitable for them. There are 6 kinds of personality traits and 6 kinds of career options which are being available, which are depending on the personality traits, which are realistic, investigative, enterprising, social, conventional, and artistic. So these questions will determine what kind of personality trait you are and which career is suitable for you. It's hardly a 10-minute test, and you just have to give marks. If you like the question that suits your interest, just give 5 marks. If you strongly dislike it, just give 1 mark. If it doesn't make a difference, just give 3 marks, and let me know the answers at the end of the session. So let's start with the question. First question, test the quality of parts before shipment. So before shipping anything, before you ship your gift to your friends, do you check it whether it's in the right condition or not? Or when you receive a courier, do you check for the shipment? Do you check for the quality of parts? Yes. So you just have to give marks. So first question has been explained. Just give 5 out of 5 marks. It doesn't make a difference. I just gift, whatever gift I give. I don't check it. So 3 marks. I never check it. 1 mark. And 5 marks. I always do investigate and always have the quality of parts should be checked. So this is about the first question, which is out of 5 marks you have to give marks. Second question is, okay, one more thing before doing this, just make 6 columns for this question. Suppose this question is test the quality of the parts before shipment. So just give out of 1 to 5 marks and then make 6 columns. So this is about the test. So let's start with the second question now. I'll be a little fast for this now because we don't have much time. So second question, study the structure of human body. If you like to study the structure of human body, give 5 marks. If it is of interest to you, structure of teeth, what is inside the nose, what is inside the ears, what is inside the throat. If it interests you, then just give yourself 5 marks. If you don't like it, I don't like to study the human body, I don't like the pictures. Whenever I see the pictures, I am a little unwell, or I just cannot see human body pictures. So just give yourself 1 mark. It doesn't make a difference. I can read for some time and I can forget. I'm not that interested. Just give yourself 3 marks. The second question is done. Now the third question, conduct a musical chair for an event. I'm bored. I'm taking a quiz right now. But if you feel like, call everyone from the society, arrange chairs downstairs, and then conduct a musical chair. Play music and let the people run and sit, and one by one we'll decide who is the winner. If you are interested in that kind of a thing, that kind of event, give yourself 5 marks. Otherwise just 1 mark if you want to sit and study, or if you want to sit and watch TV or some other activity. So like 3 questions done. Now the fourth question, give career guidance to people. If you like to give career guidance to people, give yourself out of 5 marks, give yourself 5. If you don't like to guide anyone, just give 1 mark. But it doesn't make a difference. If anyone asks for my advice, I can give 3 marks. So now let's start. I'll be just reading the questions now. Hope you understand the pattern, how it is going to be rated. So let's start. Fifth question, sell restaurant franchises to individuals. I would love to sell restaurant franchises to individuals. It's regarding business. To give yourself 5 marks if you're interested, otherwise 1 mark if you're not at all interested, and 3 marks if it doesn't make a difference. Generate the monthly payroll checks for an office. If I'm given the work to generate the payroll checks for an office, if I'm sitting at, someone gives me I'm bored and I'm sitting here, someone gives me some work which is regarding everyone's salary of the office, 20 people, my friend comes and says 20 people's salary, you have to do it in Excel, you have to make a sheet, and then you have to generate the whatever the payroll there, whatever they are earning, you have to make some certificates, you have to make some printouts, you have to do something. If you're interested in that kind of work, managerial work, or you can say clerical work, then give yourself 5 marks. Otherwise, if you don't like it at all, 1 mark, or 3 mark if it doesn't make a difference, 4 mark if you like it, and 2 marks if you dislike it. Next is lay brick or tile. If you like to lay brick or tile, then give yourself 5 marks. If you strongly dislike it, give yourself 1 mark. Doesn't make a difference, 3 marks. Dislike it, 2 marks, and like it, 4 marks. Study animal behavior. If you like to study animal behavior, how a pet behaves, how a dog behaves. Every time I go down the society, I see a dog. How does he behave when I throw a stone? How does he behave when I come close to the dog? Or there's a cat. How does she behave when I give milk to her? Or how does she behave when I just show I'm angry at her, or I just run after her? So what's her behavior? So that's it. Study animal behavior. Direct a play. If you like to direct a play, so study animal behavior. If you are interested in pets and all, give yourself 5, otherwise 1, otherwise neutral, 3. Study, so that was 8th question. Now 9th question, direct a play. If you would love to direct a play, give yourself 5, otherwise if you don't dislike it, please 1, 3, neutral. 10th is do volunteer work at a non-profit organization. If you like to do volunteer work every time, like this is the time of crisis, give mask, give the necessary food, help them, or volunteer in giving pamphlets and all those things. So you would be volunteering such work. So that is give yourself marks according to that. According to 5, how much are you rating yourself? You are always ahead of doing those things, give yourself 5, it's neutral, 3. If you like it, 4. If you don't like it, 2. Or if you strongly dislike it, just 1. Sell merchandise at a departmental store, give yourself out of 5. Inventory supplies using a handheld computer, out of 5. Work on an offshore oil drilling rig. If you would love to work on an oil drilling rig somewhere outside, so let me know. Do research on plants or animals. If you're interested in doing research on plants and animals, let me know. Give yourself 5. Otherwise, if you don't like it, give yourself 1. Design artwork for magazine. If you like to edit PowerPoint presentations and do something, paint and pictures and design artwork for magazines, if you love to do it, give yourself 5. You are that artistic, give yourself 5. Otherwise, give yourself 1. Or if you're neutral, give yourself 3. If you like it, give yourself 4. Help people who have problems with drugs or alcohol. If you want to help people who have problems with drugs and alcohol, give yourself 5. Otherwise, if you strongly hate people who drink, just give yourself 1. If you're neutral, give yourself 3. If you would love to associate yourself with such organization, give yourself 4. 17th question, manage the operations of a hotel. If you would love to be manage the operations of a hotel, give yourself a 5. Otherwise, if you dislike, just give yourself 1. Otherwise, if you're neutral, it doesn't make a difference whether I have to work, give yourself 3. Use a computer program to generate customer bills. If you love to generate a customer bills using a computer program, just print the bill amount, calculator, and the bill amount. Let me know, and give yourself a 5. Otherwise, you don't dislike it. There's a lot of queue. If you generate one bill in 1 minute, there are hundreds of people waiting in the queue. So that will be very long queue. So if you dislike it, just give yourself 1 mark. If you're neutral, I don't have any other work, I can do it, give yourself 3. Assemble electronic parts. If you love to play with electronic parts, if you're interested in making small electronic devices, give yourself 5. Otherwise, give yourself 1 if you strongly dislike, or 3 if you are neutral. Develop a new medical treatment or procedure. If you are always reading science articles, junior science refresher science articles and medicines about, you're interested in new drugs coming up, new vaccines which are being developing, so let me know, and give yourself 5 if you strongly like it. If you like reading those things, 4. If you're neutral, just 3. 2 if you dislike it, 1 if you hate those things. If you write a song. If I can write a song, sometimes yes, so I can give myself 5. I like to write a song every time, 4. and then somewhat dislike, somewhat like, it doesn't make a difference. So someone says to write me, I can, so it's 3. I dislike, I cannot write a song, not my cup of tea, is 2. And strongly dislike, please don't ask me to write a song, is 1. Teach an individual an exercise routine. I can teach someone how to exercise in the morning. Someone comes to me and says, let me know how, teach me how to exercise, and if I can teach and I'm ready to teach, so give me 5. I love to teach, I like to teach. 4. 3, neutral, it doesn't make a difference. I do my exercise, someone comes and asks me and can follow me if they want. 3. 2 is I don't like, please don't ask me, let me do my exercise. And 1 is strongly dislike, I like to use my own time doing my own exercise. Operate a beauty salon or barber shop. If you love to operate a beauty salon or barber shop, 5 marks. If you strongly dislike, no, I don't like all those things, so just 1. 3 is neutral. Maintain employee records. If you want to maintain all those records, employee records, then give yourself 5. Otherwise, give yourself, if you strongly dislike, 1. Neutral is 3. 4 is like, and 2 is dislike. 25th, operate a grinding machine in a factory. If you love to operate a grinding machine in a factory, then give yourself a 5. Otherwise, if you don't like to work in a factory, dislike is 1. Strong dislike is 1. Dislike is 2, and 3 is neutral. 4 is like. 26th, conduct biological research. If you are interested in biological research, where there can be blood, there can be syringes, there can be cotton, there can be gloves. If you are interested in biological research, then give yourself a 5, or if you dislike it, 1, or if you neutral, 3. If you strongly dislike is 1. If you dislike is 2. Like is 4, and strongly like, I like to do only that thing, nothing apart from that, is 5. Write books or plays. If you love to write books and plays, give yourself a 5. If you strongly like it. If you love to write books and plays, give yourself 4. If you're neutral, I can write if I get time, is give yourself 3. 2 is if you dislike, I don't like to write books nor plays. 1 is strong dislike for books and plays. Help people with family related problems. If you want to help people with family related problems, give yourself a 5. If you dislike it, I do not want to interfere in anybody's family matters, give yourself 1. Neutral is 3. 2 is dislike, and 4 is like. Manage, so 29th question, manage a department with a large company. If you love to manage a department with a large company, give yourself a 5. If you dislike it, no, I like to work on my own, I don't want to be a team worker or team member, give yourself a 1. Or if you're neutral, it doesn't make a difference, you can manage a department, so give yourself a 3. If you like it, give yourself a 4. If you dislike it, give yourself a 2. 30th question, compute and record statistical and other numerical data. If you can compute and record statistical data, if you write calculations, how much has been the data has been, so when we are saying about those things, how much calculation has been done with the data, so just computing, calculating, if you are interested in every time, so just give yourself a 5. Otherwise, if you dislike it, just give yourself a 1 for strong dislike, 2 for a dislike, and 3 for neutral, 4 for like. Fix a broken faucet. If you like to fix a broken faucet, give yourself a 5, and if you dislike it, give yourself a 1. If you're neutral, give yourself a 3. For dislike is 2, and like is 4. So now, if you want to study whales and other types of marine life, so give yourself a 5 if you like to study marine life and whales. Otherwise, neutral 3. And if you strongly dislike, I don't like water, I cannot swim, I don't like water, I don't like marine life, so give yourself, strongly dislike is give yourself 1, and dislike is 2. Play a musical instrument. It depends whether you are interested in playing a musical instrument. I am interested, I give myself a 5. I like to play other instruments also, so 4. 3 is neutral, it doesn't make a difference, but then if it doesn't make a difference to you, it makes it, just make it 3. And then 2 is dislike, and 1 is strongly dislike. So now 33rd question, supervise the activities of a children at a camp. If you like to supervise the activities of a children at a camp, so give yourself a 5. If you strongly dislike children at a camp, 1. dislike is 2, neutral is 3, 4 is like. Manage a clothing store. If you can manage a boutique or a clothing store, give yourself a 5. Otherwise, if you strongly dislike, give yourself a 1, dislike is 2, neutral is 3. Sometimes I can manage. When I go to my friend's boutique, I manage his clothes store, but then I'm not the owner. I don't want that all calculations, that all transportations and all those things. So I can sit there for some time and manage it, but not every day. So give yourself a 3, and if you like to, give yourself a 4. Operate a calculator. If you like to operate a calculator, give yourself a 5. If you hate doing calculations, you dislike, strong dislike is 1, dislike is 2, 3 is neutral, 4 is like. Assemble products. 36 question. Assemble products in a factory. If you like to assemble products in a factory, then give yourself a 5. Otherwise, a 4 for a strong like would be 5. Dislike, strong dislike would be 1. Dislike would be 2. Like would be 4, and neutral would be 3. Work in a biology lab. If you like to work in a biology lab, then give yourself a 5. Otherwise, the dislike, biology lab is a total dislike. I don't like it. The solutions and all, they smell. So give yourself a strong dislike. 1, dislike is 2. I don't like biology, dislike is 2. 3 is neutral, 4 is like. Perform stunts for a movie or television show. I like to perform stunts. I am good at riding and I can perform stunts. So give yourself a 5. If you like to, 4. And then 3 is neutral, and 2 is dislike, and 1 is strong dislike. So if you strongly like, give yourself a 5. Now the 39th question. Teach children how to read. If I like to teach children how to read, I'll give myself a 5. It's a strong like. I like children to read, and I like children to study and educate themselves. So I give it 5. Otherwise 4 for if I like, but I don't have time, but then still I like them, children to read. Whenever I get time, I like them to read. So 4. Neutral, it doesn't make a difference, 3. And then I dislike, I don't like children to read, so just give 2. Rather than that, I'll conduct a musical chair. Or strongly dislike is 1. Sell houses. If you like to sell houses, the question, 40th question, sell houses. If you like to sell houses, someone comes and says, I want to sell my house. So if you're interested in getting a customer for him, so if you like to sell houses, so this strong like would be 5. Like would be yes, I would love to do it, would be 4. 3 would be neutral, and 2 would be strong, 2 would be dislike, and 5 and 1 would be strong dislike. So if I say strong dislike, I don't like to sell houses. So that would be strong dislike would be 1, and dislike would be 2. So now 41st question, handle customers' bank transactions. So if you would love to handle customers' bank transactions, strong like would be 5, strong dislike would be 1, dislike would be 2, 3 would be neutral, 4 would be like. So someone customer comes 10 times, he comes and he asks, where is my check, where is my money, why is it not transferred, why has the check not been there, how to deposit the money, where to write the name, where to write the date, where to sign, where to write the mobile number. So all these things you should, if you are interested in guiding and then collecting and then doing the transactions, then give yourself a 5. Install flooring in houses. If you love to install flooring in houses, give yourself strong like, it would be 5, like would be 4, 3 would be neutral, 2 would be dislike, and 1 would be strong dislike. 5 questions. Make a map of the bottom of an ocean. Strong like would be 5, like would be 4, neutral would be 3, strong dislike would be 1, and dislike would be 2. 44th question. Design set for place. If you would love to design set for place, design set, everything, decoration, everything, give yourself a 5 if you like it, strongly like it. If you like it, 4, neutral 3, 2 is dislike, and strong dislike is 1. Help elderly people. So 45th question, help elderly people with daily activities. If you help elderly people with daily activities, every day morning walk, every day evening you meet them and help them in daily activities, help them cross the road and everything. So help, so give yourself a 5 for strong like, 4 for like, 3 for neutral, 2 for strong, 2 for dislike, and 1 for strong dislike. Run a toy store. If you would love to run a toy store, give yourself a 5. If you like it, 4, 3 neutral, 2 somewhat dislike, and 1 is strongly dislike. And the last question, 47th question, keep shipping and receiving records. If you like to keep shipping and receiving records of everything, give yourself a strong like, give yourself a 5. Otherwise, give yourself a 4 for like, 3 for neutral. If it's strong dislike, just give yourself a 1, and dislike would be 2. So this was all regarding the questionnaire. Just give yourself marks and let me know what marks you are, and then afterwards you will be able to know after taking the test whether you are realistic, investigative, artistic, social, or enterprising, or conventional. So the 6 columns which we have, every question corresponds to the columns. So first question would be the first column, second would be second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And then let me know the sum where you have scored the maximum, where you have given the 5 marks would be maximum, would determine which is the personality trait. So this was a test regarding the personality trait. Hope you all loved it. This is Dr. Rohit from Indian Students Academy and Rohit Productions, wishing you all have a great day and a great time.